Before we start out this episode, we would like to send our thoughts and prayers to the Vincent Jackson family. He recently passed away earlier this week. We will cover more on this as we get more details, but we will update you later. But yeah, we hope that his family is doing well in his passing, and we pray for any of his teammates. And he had an amazing legacy, and he will never be forgotten.
Hola, amigos. Welcome back to another episode of the TDD podcast. Obviously, you heard our condolences to Vincent Jackson's family and all his teammates about that. Very sad news. We do have an actual topic of today's episode, and that is we're going to actually be doing a NFL quarterback tier list ranking.
Yeah.
And we'll also be talking about Carson Wentz being traded to the Indianapolis Colts. That literally happened exactly today. I'll go first about my thoughts with Carson Wentz. I'm just really happy he didn't go to New England. I don't really care where he went. The Patriots. Turns out the Patriots had zero interest in Carson Wentz as a quarterback, which makes me really happy because I also had zero interest as Carson Wentz as a quarterback. So those are my views.
Yeah, I don't think that Carson Wentz is good anymore. I really don't. I was arguing with a kid earlier whose name shall not be spoken. But he was like, Carson Wentz is going to be so good, like with this new team, because he's getting with his old quarterback coach, right? Which is good for him. But I was like, dude, you can't put all of your trust into Carson Wentz. And I said, he's not going to start. I feel like
he might. Who's going to start over him?
I would say Jacoby Brissett.
I don't think so. Jacoby Brissett's a decent backup, and I think that's all it really is, personally.
My personal opinions is that Jacoby Brissett's going to start. I would be surprised if they started Carson immediately. Mm-hmm. But I am interested to see how he does on this new team because he was good at the Eagles and then he got bad, and then now he's kind of really trash quarterback at the moment. So I am interested to see if once he reunites with his old quarterback coach. And let's see if he, is doing well. And if he's not, then he'll be back up or he'll move to a different team if he needs to. So that was developing news today. It was definitely surprising, but we already knew the Colts had interest in him anyways. So I wasn't surprised at this trade.
I was a little bit surprised. I didn't think the Colts would go for him, honestly.
You don't think they would have committed?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just didn't think he would be that good of a fit for the Colts. So the main topic of today's video is we're going to be doing, obviously, the tier list ranking of NFL quarterbacks. So we have five ranks they can be at. S is superstar, insane, Hall of Fame, career talent for sure, no doubts. A is elite. He's, elite quarterback, pretty good. B is a starter. They're a competent starter. C is, decent backup. And D is trash.
Just go ahead and get started. You see that the quarterbacks are from left to right, top row, bottom row. I will say that it is grouped by team. So Nick Foles and Mitch Trubisky are grouped together. Philip Lindsay and Tyrod Taylor are grouped together. Tua and Fitzpatrick are grouped together. So obviously we'll group them as like a team, like a quarterback unit, but everybody else is separate. Carter, where do you think Josh Allen deserves to be on this tier list?
Probably A. Some people might argue S after this season, but I think he still needs to prove a bit more.
Really? I would put S, man.
He had like an MVP caliber season. Of course, he didn't win it because Aaron Rodgers did better. But, I feel like this was his first season that he really went off. And if he can carry this into next year, then he'll be S for me. But I'm going to put him in A, personally.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. I guess
I like Josh Allen, too. He's on the Bills, so I don't like the Bills. But I like Josh Allen. I like Stephon.
For the record, guys, I would say S. But
just so you know, my opinion will be S.
All right, yeah, but moving on, Mitchell Trubisky and Nick Foles.
I'll say B. I'd
say C. I would definitely say Nick Foles is the better out of it too.
I don't know, bro. Mitch Trubisky, I feel like he's got some flashes of greatness in him. I'm telling you.
But you would put them in B.
I wish there was like a tier between B and C, because like on any given day they can do really well, and on any given day they can do awful. So I guess as a duo, we'll put him in C. I guess that makes sense, kind of.
All right, Ben Roethlisberger, For me, this is an obvious choice at B. He's not.
Yeah, same.
He's that average quarterback. He is one of the top QBs to lead in like passing yards, touchdowns, whatever. But that's because he's been in the league for a long time. And this is a prediction off of the 2021 season, not in the past. I personally think that Ben doesn't deserve to be higher than a B. I think that he's perfect. He's just that average QB now. I think he's he's obviously considering retirement soon. So, I think Ben deserves the B slot. No less, nothing above.
Mm-hmm. Next up, we got Brady. I think it's pretty obvious where he belongs.
In the D tier.
In the D tier. I was waiting for the joke. I was waiting for this man to go in the D tier. I think everyone knows my views about Tom Brady. He's clearly S tier. He has 7 rings now. That's, more than I can count. He's the GOAT. So S tier.
Well, I don't view Tom Brady the same way. The strong.
What do you mean?
But I do think that Tom Brady, he won the Super Bowl. He deserves this S tier. He's obviously, if you like him or not, he is one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, and he's playing in the league now. And I still think he's going to dominate next season. So he obviously deserves that. It's kind of a no-brainer.
I'm surprised he hasn't retired yet. I kind of wanted him to retire when he went to Tampa, just so if he sucked, it wouldn't ruin his legacy.
Kind of like Peyton Manning, he retired after he won the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's all good.
It is what it is. Drew Brees, for me, it's pretty obvious. It's an S tier quarterback. Mm-hmm. We don't officially know he's retiring for the 2021 season, but let's say he doesn't. He's obviously an S tier. There's no doubt about it. He's one of the greatest
this season he played like a B tier, but overall he's S tier for sure.
Oh yeah, 100%. Joe Burrow, he will be returning this season. He's coming off of an ACL injury, multiple leg injuries, in fact, just from one hit. But he is returning now. Thoughts?
I'd say probably B tier. He hasn't really proven himself that much, but from the games he has been in, he's done pretty well with the limited offense the Bengals offer. So I'd say B tier for Burrow.
Yeah. All right. Cam Newton.
C.
Thoughts? Now, I know you're a Patriots fan.
C.
Really?
C. I don't like Cam Newton.
No regrets. Now, is this a personal thing or is this
it's okay. I'm trying to make it as most unbiased as possible. Cam Newton, I feel like his prime is far behind him. And I think he should made that really clear. I think he is a good backup because I think he does have a lot of experience. And like I said, in his prime, he was in his MVP season prime. He was an S tier quarterback. Any MVP really is an S tier quarterback in that, when they got MVP. Mm-hmm. But I'd say Cam Newton C tier just because I've heard some talks about the Patriots going to get Mariota, which I really want, by the way. I think if they keep Newton on the roster, it'll be as kind of a coaching role and kind of mentor Mariota, because if you think about it, Cam Newton and Mariota kind of have a similar play style, a mobile quarterback. Mariota can probably actually throw a football though. So yeah. And the fact that Cam Newton literally threw 2 touchdown passes has a big reason why he's in C tier for me, because he's a running back. He's worse than Lamar, bro. Literally. Yeah. He led the team in rushing for 6 weeks. Mm-hmm. Mainly because Sony Michel was out, but still.
Well, and I think that Cam Newton was so much hype around him going to this trade. You think that, oh, wow, he's really going to succeed. But he really didn't live up to our expectations.
Well, it was so smart by the Patriots. They signed him for a 1-year deal for $500K. $500K is so cheap in the NFL. That is so little money.
Especially for a quarterback.
Yeah, bro, that's crazy.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Derek Carr, thoughts? Personally, I think he's a perfect B tier. I don't think he's as good as Josh Allen, but I don't think he's worse than Ben or Joe Burrow. I think that he's that perfect starter that Las Vegas is looking for. So I think that he really deserves that B tier. I don't think that if you say he's worse, I really couldn't see why. And he led the team to a solid record, beat the Chiefs in the early season. And so, I think the future for Derek Carr and the Raiders look extremely positive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, same, exactly. Literally the exact same opinion I have on dead serious. Derek Carr is the perfect all-around guy. I feel like he can get it done in multiple ways. He's a really underrated quarterback, probably second most underrated quarterback in the league right now.
Yeah.
So I think he's a perfect B tier. Good pick. Good choice.
All right. Moving on, we have Justin Herbert, Tyrod Taylor.
Herbert B, Taylor C.
And I 100% agree with you. But yeah, I mean, Herbert obviously won an NFL Honors Award. I think he's perfect starter for the Chargers. I think they're the best option. Tyrod Taylor, I think he's underrated, but if Herbert gets hurt, I think Taylor can come in and really.
I think he'd get the job done. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Which the backup should do. That's their job.
Yeah. Moving on, Kirk Cousins.
B tier probably. I feel like he's good.
Ish.
Yeah, like bro, it's Kirk Cousins. I mean, come on. Like, look at this man. Look at this man. Zoom in on his face, bro. Look at this man. B tier, bro. I just can't rank him any higher, and he's better than a C tier quarterback.
Yeah,
I agree. Pretty simple.
Well, I feel like Kirk Cousins is a mix. It's a toss up because you take this quarterback and you put him on the Vikings, and for the past couple of years, they beat the Saints in the playoffs for like multiple years. But it's hard because Kirk Cousins is sometimes really bad. Like Monday Night Football, like his
kryptonite
record is horrendous.
Yeah.
Other times he shows out. So I don't know. I think he deserves that B tier. That average. I don't think he's any better than Josh Allen. I also don't think he's worse than Cam Newton or Mitchell Trubisky, Nick Foles.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to put him in B tier as well. Dak Prescott.
I've heard some people say like, "Oh, Dak Prescott really isn't that good," but I think this season he would have been MVP if he didn't get hurt. If he kept up his pace.
He did throw the most yards throughout week 6?
Yeah,
even when he
had like almost 4,000 yards in week 7 or week 6 or whatever. Some crazy stat like that. I'd say probably
for the 2021 season. I think he's coming off of a major ankle injury.
I don't know, man. I don't think I don't think Dak sticks with the Cowboys. I don't think they're gonna pay him what he wants, and I think he's gonna leave. I want to say A tier, but I don't know if he's an A tier quarterback. What do you think? I want to know what you think.
I would put him in B tier for now. And I wouldn't rank him as high as Josh Allen because I think there's some other quarterbacks on this list who are high as Josh Allen. But I think that Dak Prescott, he has a lot to prove this season coming back from a severe ankle injury. The Cowboys didn't do well without him there. I think that he's a huge part of their offense. So I agree in the fact that he is a big quarterback, but in terms of comparison to others, I think he belongs in the B tier slot. No higher, no less.
Okay.
Now,
Sam Darnold. I think probably C tier. I think under a good coaching staff, maybe B tier.
Really?
I think he's a capable bro. He makes some throws, dude. I watch the Sam Darnold highlight tape. There's not many, but
I have to put him in the D tier. I don't know what else to do. The Jets are just so bad. I have to. I can't put a quarterback who led their team to go with only 2 wins in a season and put them as high as the Bears, who somehow...
He was hurt for some of this season.
I know, but still, I can't put him any higher. I really can't. You can't say that Sam Darnold is as good as a QB duo who led their team to the playoffs. They might have lost in the first round, but still, a quarterback on a team with only 2 wins cannot be higher than a C. For me, that can't happen. But moving on, we got another final duo of this video. Tua and Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick, a god, S tier, easily. Tua, though.
Tua's kind of disappointing this season.
He is.
No shame to Tua, but he had that good of a year.
I will say, the Dolphins in 2019 and 2020 were very bad.
Bad.
You remember that?
Hey, they finished 10-6, right?
Yeah. They had a very winning. They came back, drafted a good quarterback, had Fitzpatrick come back. They won on a solid record. They should have been in the playoffs, but they didn't make the playoffs. And I really think I loved Tua in college. Just saying. I thought Tua was amazing. I thought he was going to do so well. But you're right, as in he's very underwhelming.
Yeah.
This season, at least. I feel like he has a lot to prove. Personally, I'm going to put them in. I want to put them in the C tier. Just as a collective.
Yeah, I don't know. I probably put I put C tier.
All right.
Fair.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Probably B tier. I feel like he's kind of on the lower side of B tier, but I'd say B tier. I think he's better than Cam Newton to Trubisky, Foles, whatever the other guy is. I think he's better than them, but I don't think he's as good as. I don't think he has as high as a ceiling as Herbert or Burrow or even Prescott does.
Yeah.
I think he might be on the same level as maybe Big Ben, maybe. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Jared Goff. Remind you guys that the Jared Goff is now in Detroit. I'd say Jared Goff in C.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, I'd put him in. I was debating A, like really low tier A.
Not for me. No.
I'll settle for B tier, bro. This dude is not a C tier quarterback. He led his team to. Or he may not have led, but he took his team to a Super Bowl. So I mean, yeah.
I'm just saying. I don't think he's as good as people are saying. I'd be surprised if he led Detroit to the playoffs. Very surprised.
I'd be surprised if anyone led Detroit to the playoffs.
Agreed. Dwayne Haskins.
Wait, bro. Probably D.
Yeah.
Definitely D.
Now I will.
First career win, bro. He's taking a photo with a fan. Dedication to the fans, but like, bro, come on, you gotta.
Well, do you remember that Dwayne Haskins is now on the Steelers?
Oh, I forgot about that.
So that doesn't change my opinion.
Your organization.
That doesn't change my opinion, though.
Bro, what's he doing on the Steelers? Y'all have like 8 backups, I swear.
Yeah, we have a lot. But
we have Helmet Boy,
just...
Tennessee Ball Boy, now, Strip Club Boy.
Yeah.
And Big Ben and Clock Boy. And TikTok Boys.
TikTok Boys as our receivers. Yeah, I don't think, even with the Steelers, I don't think Dwayne Haskins has it. I really don't. He's just flopped in the NFL. I really do.
He was pretty good in college.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I never had. Okay, I don't want to say like I have a good feeling about a player, but like I had a pretty good feeling about Dwayne Haskins. I have a good gut feeling about some players, and I just kind of knew this man was not gonna pan out in the league.
Yeah. I 100% agree with you. All right, moving on. Daniel Jones. I know y'all saw that highlight of him running 26 miles per hour and then tripping over nothing.
Tripping.
Just a side note. This is how biased this league is. Daniel Jones ran 26 point something miles per hour, right? Tyreek's fastest speed in the game is like 27.8 something. Okay. He almost ran as fast as the fastest receiver in this league.
Okay, my per hour difference running is actually big because I run cross country and track, and I know that even like a tenth of a second is actually a big difference.
And I'm not saying it isn't. I'm just saying he's underrated. But
I still put him in C tier though.
Yeah, same. I agree.
Lamar. This is interesting. I would say borderline A tier, S tier.
I was gonna put him in A tier. I wasn't gonna put him as an S and here's the reason why. You look at Lamar. He is young. Obviously, he won the unanimous MVP last year. He's really good. Okay. He's like the next Michael Vick. He's really good. He, in my opinion, people are like, "Oh, Lamar Jackson was a bust this year." No, he wasn't. The Ravens went to the playoffs. They had a winning record.
It's kind of first playoff dub.
Yeah, they didn't go 13-3 like last year, but they still had a good record at the end of the season. They just did poorly in the first half of the season. Lamar Jackson is still good. Mm-hmm. All right. I never followed on the Lamar Jackson super hard bandwagon of last year. And then people are like falling off like crazy, but I do think he's really good. I think he can compete with Josh Allen, so I put him in A tier.
I would put him in, honestly, S tier. He is a former MVP.
Yeah.
And but A tier is a fair position, I guess.
Yeah. All right, Drew Lock. This kid for the Broncos, he's just something else, man.
What do you mean by something else? Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
No, it's a bad thing.
Okay. Because, like, he's kind of...
Well, at times he can seem really good, and other times he's just, rapping the lyrics he doesn't even know on the sidelines. So, I'm putting him in D tier, personally.
Mans was spitting. I'd put him in C tier, because, like you said, he has a high ceiling. He's just at the floor right now. Because I drafted him in my fantasy football league, just because I thought, you know what, maybe he's going to go crazy. I had a feeling that he was going to go crazy. He did not go crazy. But,
I would want to put him on the D tier. I don't think he's that good, really.
Okay. Cole Underwood's going to be pissed.
Oh, Cole, you'll be fine.
All right. D tier.
Oh, guys.
Oh, you think I'm joking, don't you?
We got...
Yeah, probably S tier, I'd say. It's close, but I'd say S tier. No, it's obvious S tier, yeah.
It's obviously S tier. If we put him in any other... Now, here's the thing. If we had put him in any other spot, people would get mad. But
it's obvious S tier.
It's obvious that Patrick Mahomes is an S tier. And people say that he's going to be the next Tom Brady. I really don't think that's going to be so. But
honestly, bro, he's on pace to like destroy literally every record basically ever, except like interceptions. Like this dude's going crazy.
That's true. All right, Baker Mayfield up next for the Browns. I want to put him in A tier, and if you think he's like a B tier quarterback, just hear me out.
No, I want to put him in A tier too. I like Mayfield.
He is so underrated right now. And he led the Browns to their first playoff, not only appearance, but victory in a very, very, very long time. I think he's it. And, people were questioning if he was going to be the starter or if he's really that good. But I think that Baker Mayfield really has it. And I think the Browns can go to the playoffs again this year. So I'm going to put him in A tier.
Yeah, I say personally, I'd probably put him in D tier or B tier, but yeah, I guess A tier kind of works. I think it's a stretch, maybe. I think he has the potential to be A tier. I don't think he's A tier right now, but yeah.
Yeah, I agree. All right, Garner Minshew for the Jags.
I don't know why they didn't put Minshew in more. I know he was hurt, but he was healed, and then they just didn't put him in. So I don't know. I don't feel like he's gonna have a spot on the Jags because they're probably gonna draft a new quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I don't know, man.
You want to hear my opinion?
He's better than D tier, I think. I think he's better than C tier on his good days. But probably C tier overall.
If you wanted my vote, I would definitely put Minshew at D tier, and it's the exact same reason I put Sam Darnold in D tier, is because
he was hurt. They're both been hurt.
I know. I just don't freak out. I think
Mike Glennon. He led them to their first win, and then he got hurt, and Mike Glennon screwed it all up.
I'm just saying. Garner Minshew. I'll put him in C tier, but personally, I think he belongs in D tier at the moment. Now, I hope he proves me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't think he's that great. Obviously he's a big meme and a big joke in the NFL, and that's fine. Big party man, but is he really like that good? Like, we'll have to see.
He's cool. Okay, Kyler Murray. I personally think if you're gonna put Baker Mayfield in A tier, you have to put Kyler Murray in A tier.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
If you're gonna put Baker there, you got to put Kyler there because I feel like they're on a kind of similar level, and I feel like Kyler might be a bit better of a quarterback right now. Overall playing, because he did have a pretty impressive season, and the first couple weeks he was an MVP candidate.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 100%. I 100% agree. All right, so we actually are going to leave this quarterback out because he is now officially retired, but Phillip Rivers no longer plays. But Aaron Rodgers, thoughts?
I don't like Aaron Rodgers, but he's S tier.
I agree. I 100% agree.
I
feel like you couldn't put him in below an S tier though. Could you really though? Like, be real with yourself. Could you put him in A tier?
No, obviously you couldn't, but I don't want it. I don't like him. I don't like Aaron Rodgers. I feel like he's a fraud Tom Brady. And like, Packers fans, I hate Packers fans so much because like Aaron Rodgers is the GOAT. And it's like, bro, you are literally a Neanderthal. Shut up. Like, no. Who is that Matt Ryan? Next on our list, I was looking like I had to get close to the camera. Is that Matt Ryan? And who's that black dude? Is that Michael Thomas?
No,
Who is
that's Teddy Bridgewater.
Oh, I forgot he's on the Panthers now. So, okay, Matt Ryan, B tier probably.
Yes, I agree. I don't think he's as bad as the C tier quarterbacks. I also don't think he's as good as the A tier quarterbacks. Matt Ryan, obviously, he's proved himself over the years. But
yeah, he had an MVP season. I just think he's digressed severely. I think he's still a really good quarterback, though. I think actually, I don't know. I might put him in A. Now that I think about it, he came in pretty high on the passing yards list this year. So I think we maybe should move him to A. I'm not gonna lie.
All right, I'll go with your opinion.
Go with your opinion.
A tier, I guess. All right, Matthew Stafford.
A tier.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I was going to say he's on the Rams.
I wanted to make a full episode on this man. The most underrated quarterback in the NFL literally ever. Matthew Stafford is, I mean, he's such a good quarterback, and he just goes under the radar because he's on a trash team. Like, Aaron Rodgers says, like, oh, like I remember a quote from Aaron Rodgers. It was like a guy no one pays enough attention to, or that is making throws that no one talks about, is Stafford. He's so good. He's one of the toughest dudes in the league. He's played through so many.
100%. No argument with that.
Crazy. Matthew Stafford's A tier, and if you disagree, unsub. I don't care.
All right. Next up, Teddy Bridgewater. He's on the Panthers now. What do we think?
C.
Really? C tier?
I don't think he's that good, bro.
I was gonna put him on B tier.
I don't think he's that good.
Really?
Yeah, I don't.
Really?
Yeah.
I was gonna put him on B, and here's the reason why. I feel like the Panthers, like, they're not okay. The thing is they're not searching for another quarterback right now. So that's got to say something that they're somewhat happy with Teddy Bridgewater there.
I thought they were. I thought they were kind of go for Deshaun. I heard that they were trying to make like a blockbuster trade, like McCaffrey for Desean Watson.
Oh no, the teams going for a blockbuster deal for Deshaun were the Raiders and Jets, but that still hasn't happened. So
I don't think they're trading him. I'm betting he sits out this year.
Really?
Yeah, I'm betting they don't trade him. He sits out.
Well, Teddy Bridgewater, personally, I would put in B as just a starter quarterback. Really, I would.
No, bro. I think this man's C tier. I'm really not gonna lie. But I guess B tier. He's an okay quarterback. I think that's kind of all he is, though. Is okay. Like, he'll get you by for a few years while you rebuild, and I think that's kind of the phase the Panthers are in. And they have a really good build, like offensive build. They have, obviously McCaffrey, then they have DJ Moore and Curtis Samuel, and then Robbie Anderson, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
They have a good build. I just think they need a bit better of a quarterback. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. Ryan Tannehill. Thoughts? Titans.
Honestly, A tier, bro.
That's what I was gonna say too.
Kind of went crazy this year. Like, Derrick Henry is obviously the soul of that team, but you take away Derrick Henry, and Ryan Tannehill is probably the second most valuable player. He's a good quarterback. He was just never given the opportunity to be good in Miami. They never surrounded him with like what he needed to be good, which, as a play action game, this is probably the best play action quarterback in the NFL, honestly, because they do it so much with Henry.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah. So I think A tier, Tannehill.
100% agree. And people are saying Ryan Tannehill is like the most underrated QB in the league.
Matthew Stafford. I don't give a frick what you say. I'm passionate about this, bro.
No, I will say Matthew Stafford is the most underrated, but Ryan Tannehill is definitely underrated, and I definitely think he's a better quarterback than people think. Most people will put him at B tier, but no.
Yeah, I can't put people like Big Ben over,
Yeah,
exactly. I just can't do it. I can't do it. Yeah. But Desean Watson, S tier, I think. He's an S tier quarterback.
S tier.
Yeah,
I would put him in A.
I feel like we have so many A tier quarterbacks. Okay, like we have
Take Matt Ryan out. Take Matt Ryan out. Matt Ryan deserves B. I swear. He doesn't belong. You look at the list and you're like, okay. Those quarterbacks are nice. And you look at Matt Ryan staring at you, and you're like,
I'm not gonna lie though. You have Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, two really good quarterbacks, and it drops off significantly from there. Significantly. So
I don't think Matt Ryan deserves A tier.
I think we move Ryan to A tier and then move Allen or Jackson to S tier. I think Allen or I don't know, bro. I was saying Allen wasn't S tier earlier, but I think he is now when you look at like the A tier quarterbacks.
Yeah. I told you at the beginning he deserves S tier.
Okay, then move Lamar and Allen to S tier.
Lamar also?
Yeah, bro. Lamar's good, dude. I don't care what anyone says. Lamar's had two good consistent seasons. He's an S tier quarterback. And then
I don't think Matt Ryan deserves A still, though.
Fine.
Yay. I get
Bro, why do you hate Matt Ryan? I don't like Matt Ryan either. He's on the Falcons. Screw the Falcons. Why is Deshaun an A tier? Deshaun's S tier, Andrew. Deshaun is an S tier quarterback.
Dude, I don't know, man. It's hard for me to put Desean Watson in S. And I know a lot of people are mad at me for it already. And I know he plays for the Texans, who they're very bad, but he's led them to the playoffs only once. And I'm just saying,
right? Twice, right?
Maybe once or twice, but still, I think he needs a new team, but in terms of 2021, we don't even know if he's gonna play, so I can't make that judgment of he's as great as Tom Brady.
No one's as great as Tom Brady. This is just the elite quarterbacks right now, the best of the best quarterbacks in the league at this moment. We're not comparing them to one player. We're ranking them upon where they stand as a group.
Just saying.
So I think Watson S tier, personally.
Okay. All right, Carson Wentz.
D tier. Yeah, D tier for right now. I want Wentz to prove us wrong. Do I think it's gonna happen? No, but I want it to happen.
Yeah.
I want all the D tier quarterbacks except Haskins to prove us wrong.
Except Haskins.
I don't like that guy. Russell Wilson A tier.
Yeah, I agree. So here's the thing. Russell Wilson, remember, guys, this is predictions for the 2021 season. This is not all time. So if it was all time, Russell Wilson would easily be an S tier. Not even a question. Yeah. But it's just,
if it was all time, Joe Burrow would be S tier.
Oh yeah, definitely. But
if it was all time, Cam Newton would be B tier, dude. Like if it was all time, it'd be way different. If it was all time, Brady would be A plus S plus tier. You know, like there'd be a tier above.
Yeah.
Yeah. So cool. Russell Wilson regressed a ton. There's been talks that he kind of wants out of Seattle. But I don't think he wants out. I just think he wants more O-line protection.
Oh yeah.
I don't think he wants out.
See how many times that guy scrambles?
Yeah, it's bad, bro. Man, be running. He had an MVP season going for him, and then I don't know what happened, but he just started sucking.
Yep.
Screwed up my fantasy team.
Take a good look at it. This is our final tier rankings for the 2021 season. We did our best. This is just our personal opinions. If you have other opinions or you think somebody should be moved, drop a comment. Let us know.
Let us know, for real.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Let us know what you want to have us do a tier list of next, too. Like, we can do anything. Thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Peace out.